afternoon, and thank you for joining me in another swashbuckling episode of Groovy Van Picker. Well, today I made the normal rounds, and over the past week, I've been making my rounds. I found a few good things over the weekend, and just the other day, went to a yard sale, checked out the swap meet, but it was a flop. I took some video of that. That's in a different show, just in case you want to see the swap meet, but yeah, it was kind of a flop, nothing there. Savers, I found some good stuff. And even a little yard sale I saw in the Goodwill parking lot. I found some good stuff, some good metal, silver. So anyway, come join me in my adventures, and then I will show you what I found, as well as a demonstration on testing gold and silver. So, join me. Okay, let's see what these guys have today. They everything here. Place never has anything, but once in a great while, they screw up. Take a look. $15. I can't turn that down. Not a bad price for them guitars, but I got plenty right now. Okay, we got a yard sale right here. Little toy cars off you a few months back.
The 1:18 ratio ones.
Something like that. They're about the size of a model car, yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch more too. I just haven't pulled them out yet. I failed this morning when
it's my day off today, so I'm not pressed for time.
some guy pulling up ran my other dog over.
Ow,
so
sorry.
I stopped pulling stuff out and immediately.
Ooh. Very interesting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got something else here that kind of... What you got on your train stuff?
About $50 for the whole box.
Let me ponder that. I'm on a budget, but I'll still take a look. I remember riding those as a kid down in San Francisco.
Yeah?
Long time ago.
I've never ridden one, but I've seen them down there still to this day, right?
They still got a few of them left running around.
Yeah.
They're not as common. They had a big old thing about 30 years ago. They're trying to get rid of them, and people protested and said, no, keep them, man, keep them. Yeah, I remember in Chico, I used to watch, I used to do security out there and guard when they used to race those things.
The funny cars?
Yeah. Where the whole body lifts off like a chassis.
Gotcha.
Like these here. This one here. That's more like a funny car. But those are sprinters. Yeah, exactly. But I remember those. They were fun to watch. And I got paid to watch them. Hell. Alright. Nothing. Okay, Groovy. We're on trains this week. shit. Oh, yeah, parts missing. Okay. Yeah. Comps are pretty good if it was complete, but it's looks like it's missing a few parts, so never mind. I got glass. What is that? Oh, Christmas ornament. Very interesting. A mullet helmet. Yeah, I gotta let the back of my hair grow a while before I can wear this, or what? Okay, well, here's some of the stuff that I acquired over the week. This here I picked up the whole shebang for 15 bucks at UCP. It says a locomotive doesn't work. I'm gonna have to check it out and see why. But this is, I think, the O gauge, really big gauge Lionel, and it's pretty old. You can tell this is pretty old stuff here. So old Lionel is always a pretty good thing. This is another thing I picked up at a yard sale I saw over in the Sun Valley. And this here is a Danbury Mint 1952 four-car carrier. Now, it is in kind of rough shape, but you know what? Look at the comps on this. I'll get you a better light. Look at that. Now, granted, those actually have boxes, so even the ones without boxes or whatever, just the paperwork alone, I don't have that. Look at that, 150 bucks. So I paid 65 bucks at this yard sale. This is one of the items. Another one of the items that I got was a whole bunch of little N gauge and HO gauge train stuff. This here has pretty good comps if it had the transformer. However, N gauge stuff sells very well. HO gauge. This here is a Thurn, and these are actual models that they put back in the old days. You buy these little rail model kits and put them together. And I got like 5 of those, and I got one kind of old. It's more N-gauge stuff here, and those are just more of tchotchke items right there. All right, and I got a PV Rockmaster guitar with a case. This is a good case. I might keep it. So this whole and this is some more track for that N-gauge train stuff and just other garbage. So the whole shebang here, the yard sale was $65. That was $15. So 80 bucks for all this. This here alone will probably pay for the whole shebang. I've had very good luck with Danbury Mint stuff, but some of it is a gold mine, some of it's a shaft. So just gotta be careful with some of that. Look it up before you buy. I'm over here in my secret hideout. And I went to a little tweaker yard sale over by Savers this weekend as well. Some lady selling stuff out of her trunk. And I picked up some silver. Okay. Now, here's some of the good stuff I found. This here is sterling. Little mom heart locket, I think they're called, with a little picture in that. with a groovy little Figaro chain. Got that. I got some scrap silver as well. This chain is also scrap. There's a nice little medallion. That's silver. Now, the pièce de résistance is this. FFA a ring. I believe it to be about a size 10 because my pinky is a size 11 and it doesn't fit it. But look at the comps on this. $41, $35, $34. Not that one. Wish it was. 31. Okay, so this is at least a $30 piece right here. It is silver. I personally tested it. Then I went over to Savers. And I found these. This here is a 10 karat gold. This is another Eastern Star ring. I got a feeling it probably belonged to the same person the last one I found belonged to. And this here is silver. Now the reason I know it's silver is I tested it. I have this stuff right here. Gold and silver tester, plus I have for the 18 and 14K. So for instance, you want to test gold. You have your ring. And you scratch it on there really good to leave a mark like that. And then you take, I'm doing this with one hand here, this acid, and you dump a little dabble do you right on there. Okay? And you notice the 10 karat gold acid does not eat it. Now, if you try 18 karat gold acid, you're going to notice there's an 18K right there, put a little bit right there. You'll notice how it changes color and starts to eat it away. So that's how you know what carat it is. It's 18, not 18, it's 10K, and usually you start with 10K and work your way up, and you figure out what carat it is. Wait, this spoon here, I believe it came from Washington, D.C. It is silver. It is marked, come on, you camera. It is marked sterling, and I tested it. Now, when you test silver, it's the same concept. You rub that on there like that, and you grab the silver compound, and a little dabble do you. This stuff here, you can judge by what color it turns. Like this here turns kind of a red. So, right here, okay, scratch the object to test stone. Okay, fine silver is, 999 is bright red, 925 is dark red, 80% silver is silver brown, and if it's half silver, it's silver green. This turns kind of a dark red there. So, to me, it is telling me that it is 925 silver. Not too shabby. Now, I will demonstrate what it looks like when I have something that's total fake, like this here. Okay? Now, you see it's total fake, I know it is. You put a little bit of silver on there, acid on there, and it just kind of totally dissolves almost. See how it dissolves? And that will be the same thing for if you try the gold solution on there. You put the gold solution, and in a few seconds, it's going to totally dissolve. See that? It totally dissolved. That means it's, not gold nor silver, but just, costume jewelry. That's the other thing I got from that little yard sale. There was this little iron that says round oak, stove, and ranges. It's an old advertising piece, nothing heavy. Probably about a $5 to $10 swap meet item. Comps ain't really that great on eBay, but it's still a groovy item. And this bolo was one of the things I got from that lady at that yard sale. It's not gold or silver, but it's still groovy. And this little ring here was another item that I got from that lady at that little tweaker yard. So I didn't get any footage of that yard sale because they had kids running around. So I didn't want to, show kids. But this one here is silver. I don't know what stone that is, but it's pretty nifty. And it's a groovy little swap meet item. So yeah, always check out those little swap meets you see on the side of the road sometimes. Well, that was my adventures and my little demonstration on how to test silver and gold. That is something you want to invest in if you do plan on dabbling in any silver or gold. Is one of those test kits, about $15 on eBay, and it's helped me out quite a bit. I would say, invest in it. And they have fancier ones too. They have electric ones. You just touch the thing to the metal and it tells you what it's made out of. But I'm not at that plateau yet. So the $15 set works for me. I gotta find my scale too. But I remember a couple of years ago I was over at the Goodwill and had one of the parking lot hustlers trying to sell me this fake gold ring for $80. Thing was like somewhere between the size of these two rings. Now, something that big made out of gold should be heavy, but it weighed about as much as aluminum. It weighed less than this ring. So it was stamped 14K, but I knew it was fake. Didn't have my test kit yet, but she was trying to sell it to me like her life depended on it. And there was a pawn shop right across the street. They had given her a couple $100 for that ring just for melt value alone. That's how big that ring was. So I knew it was fake. Like I said, it might come as a shock. This is not the first time I've ever seen a ring before. Okay, I've been wearing the damn thing since I was like 9 years old. I know what rings look like. I know what silver and gold looks like. Okay. But the lady thought that I had the word stupid written across my forehead. And you're going to see a lot of these people no matter where you go. Even, I remember in the Bay Area, I'd be riding a BART train, some guy's always trying to sell a fake gold chain. This is real, man. This is 14K. Yeah. So, I'm going to get a couple more of those kits. I'd like to find me a pocket-sized one. Some guy comes out to me trying to sell me a fake gold chain. Can I test it? And if they say no, look at the stamp. I'm like, yeah, kick rocks. Because anybody can buy a stamp kit and stamp 14K in they can stamp 14K in a turd. And that's the thing, is when I sell something at the swap meet or eBay or anywhere, I want the item to be exactly what I represent it to be. So if I say something is silver, I want it to be silver. If I say it's gold, I want it to be gold. If I say it's a pile of shit, then it's probably going to be a pile of shit. But and those kind of rings and stuff like that, trust me, if you have them at your swap meet booth, you want to keep them in a locked case and keep a very close eye. Only show one at a time. Don't just put it in one of those cases and let them half at it, because stuff will walk away. I've had silver dollars walk away. Lucky it wasn't an expensive one, but still, they've walked away. So yeah, at the swap meets, take my advice too, is make sure that you have a locked case. Also have a locked case for your knives. If you sell any kind of knives, like I sell like old pocket knives, antique knives, or whatnot, any of those, put those in a locked case too, because those, you got most places you got to be 18 to buy them. And if some kid gets a hold of one and scuffs himself, you can be in some hot water. And so you, don't let them touch the knives. You know, I've had, mom and the son come up. Yeah, my son collects knives. Okay, man, but I have to do the deal with you. Because the only hot water I want to be in is when I say jacuzzi on the side of it. Dig? Yeah. So, another piece of advice about selling. And like I said, at the swap meet, you're going to have a lot of light-fingered people. Trust me. But, try your best to keep, your eyes on it. When I had a flea market booth, the kind you set up and let them sell, when I lived in Missouri, I had somebody clean out an entire shelf of smalls. And I also had somebody clean me out my old gas station signs. Man, was I pissed. And so those your smalls, you want to put those in a locked case. And gas station signs, I am never going to put one of those in one of those booths again. And, I would suggest, a surveillance system for those. So anyway, that's my adventures du jour for the week. Nothing heavy. I'll do a lot more other stuff too. But these are some of the highlights that I had over the past few days. So anyway, I hope you like my show. If not, there's not a whole lot to dislike. Late.